Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3. It's been an exciting, fantastic, fun show on this Friday morning. We're ending it off in the kitchen. Of course, it's matches made in heaven because it's the month of love. And Vida Foster is joining us right now to show us how to make naked choc chip and banana cupcakes. That is a match made in heaven. Vida, very, very nice to have you in the kitchen. Hoe gaan het vanoggend?
Dankie.
Daar sê, so ek sien baie uit na die resep. Dit lyk ongelooflik perfek om vandag klaar te maak op die Vrydag en so in die naweek in te gaan.
Ek hoop so.
So tell us, what do we need, what do we do, what do we make?
Okay, so with all of our baking, it's vegan and gluten-free, so it's a little bit different to normal baking. So firstly, we're going to start off just with our oven, which we've heated to 160 degrees already. It's a bit lower than your normal temperature because with gluten-free baking it tends to dry out a bit easier.
So you want to still nice and moist.
So it's at 160 and then you've greased some pans already. This will yield 12 to 18 cupcakes depending on the size of the pan.
Brilliant.
So we're going to start off with our bananas. It's mashed bananas. So this is based on a banana bread recipe. We've adapted it.
Yes.
So you can actually, it's the same sort of bananas you use for that, obviously.
Same kind of bananas, that's it.
So we'd add our agave nectar, which is a sugar that we use.
Yes.
It's sucrose-free, but it does contain fructose. So if you're incorporating it in a diabetic diet, you should still consider that there is still fructose in agave nectar. But you can use any other liquid sweetener.
Brilliant.
So something like maple syrup or something would also work. And then that's our vanilla extract.
Nice. So I can really tell just by the ingredients I see here, it's going to be absolutely delicious. SMS the keyword cupcake to 33728. That's cupcake to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list and a link to the recipe. Nou, Vida's gesê vir my vanoggend, kyk jou, jy het gesê jy maak kyk vanoggend.
O, my ma kyk. Ek dink sy kyk al van 6:00 vanoggend af. Sy wag in spanning.
Hallo Vida se mamma sê, "Goeiemôre."
Hallo mamma.
Kom ons sê sy neem dit op op wat noem jy dit?
VHS.
'n Videomasjien nogals. Lekker man, lekker. Ons hoop jy het 'n baie lekker dag Vida se mamma. Okay.
Thank you.
Kom ons gaan voort.
Okay, so that is pisang gemeng. Now we're going to add our chickpea flour. So in gluten-free baking, you normally tend to use different flours which are wheat-free. So we're using for this recipe chickpea flour. We're going to use white rice flour.
Chickpea flour, okay.
And we're also going to use some cornstarch.
Brilliant.
Okay, so you normally use a mix of flours and starches. Then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I know in the recipe you'll see it sounds excessive, but it's because we've omitted a lot of the ingredients that would make it rise. So there's no egg, there's no gluten, so we have to add something to give it some lift. So this is a xanthan gum, which you have to use if you're not using any gluten, it gives you that stretch that gluten normally would.
To get that elasticity,
Yeah, and we're going to use some baking soda as well, and a little bit of salt.
Okay, so there's quite a number of little things that go into the recipe, but don't worry. Here's the keywords, cupcake to 33728. We'll send you that shopping list and a link to the recipe so that you can make your own naked chocolate and banana cupcakes. It's the one.
Yeah, it's going to be easy.
Oh man, and it looks delicious based on what I see here.
Our liquid ingredients. So that was our bananas. We're also going to add some apple puree. That helps a lot when you're replacing egg. It helps to just bind your ingredients a little bit.
This is hands down the most interesting cupcake I've seen made ever.
Thank you. Then we're going to use some coconut oil. You can replace it with any vegetable oil if you're baking a vegan cake. Just make sure that it's a liquid oil as well for the consistency.
Brilliant.
Okay, so now we're just going to mix this together. Also, if you want it to be a little bit smoother, you can always sift your dry ingredients at home as well. But because this is quite a chunky batter,
also because you have the bananas in there as well.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you'll see it's quite goopy. I don't know. I know it's a very unappealing word. But really don't be scared because it's going to look a bit different to your normal baking. So this is fine. It doesn't mean it's not going to come out, right? So we're going to add some lemon juice to some hot water. Which we're going to add at the end.
Now it's getting interesting. What does that do?
It just helps a lot with the consistency, and the lemon juice also reacts with the baking soda. So it just helps to give it that vertical lift yet again in the oven.
Nice.
Yeah. So now it's a very, very runny batter, which is what you want.
Okay, so don't be scared if it's that runny, because normally it's not that runny when you make a normal batter.
No, don't despair. It's fine. So we'll see with what we said earlier as well, because it dries out a bit easier. You want it to be a bit more runny.
I see. I see. That's where you can ensure that it's going to be nice and moist when you eat it. Yeah.
And then right at the end, we add our chocolate chips.
Nice. I was waiting for those.
Yeah. So these are vegan chocolate chips.
Okay.
Yeah. So just check that those will normally be dark chocolate chips, obviously.
So good high percentage dark chocolates. That's it.
And that's it.
And that's done. So we pop it in the baking tin.
So we normally, what I like to do is I like to fill it up quite high. Normally they say, oh, not like that, but normally they say 2/3.
Yeah.
So, but I like to fill it about 3/4.
So it's not gonna make a mess when it starts rising too high.
It's gonna also, what's gonna happen is it's gonna rise quite flat. It's not gonna rise like a muffin. Okay, so also when it comes out the oven, don't worry if it's quite flat. That's what we wanted because it's a cupcake, and then we will top it with some dairy-free cream, fresh banana and chocolate, which we've done here.
Yeah.
But you can really use whatever topping
as long as there's
you like.
chocolate bananas involved.
Yes.
That's what we want. SMS the keyword cupcake to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list and a link to the recipe, and you can make your very own naked chocolate and banana cupcakes. And this looks absolutely delicious. But if you've missed any of the steps we took in creating these lovely guys over here, take a look at this.
Mash together bananas and lemon juice. Add agave, vanilla, coconut oil and apple puree. Mix chickpea flour, corn flour, rice flour and baking powder, xanthan gum, bicarb and salt, then combine with banana mixture. Stir in warm water and lemon juice, then mix in the choc chips. Scoop into the muffin tin, then bake for 25 minutes. Cool before topping with non-dairy cream and fresh bananas.
And that keyword, once again, cupcake to 33728. SMS that will send you everything you need to know to create your very own naked chocolate and banana cupcakes. Looks absolutely delicious. Vida, I can't wait to dig in. Thank you so much for joining us on our Feel Good Friday morning. Lovely to have you in the kitchen.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for joining us. And let's head over to the rest of the team now to say our last and final goodbyes.